And I believe that you have a purpose that you are destined to fulfill in this world. But in order to get there, in order to fulfill that purpose, you must go through a process. You must travel along this long and beautifully treacherous journey. With that comes a lot of hardship, a lot of adversity, a lot of discomfort, whether we like it or not. It's just part of the process. But I want you to know that although things may not have been going your way recently, you've been in this rut, you've been hitting dead end after dead end, repeat failure after repeat failure. The reason that you are going through this is because you are destined for something great.
You are the biggest threat to yourself. You got this voice deep down telling you that they'll leave eventually, that you're only loved conditionally. Let me be the voice that breaks that chain. You are more than what you provide, and you are bigger than your thoughts. Whatever is going on up here, nobody knows except for yourself. So why wage a war against the man that has only ever wanted to be free, that has only ever wanted to succeed and feel loved and feel whole again? You are worth more than you know, and don't for a second let this world fade your view of who you are. I love you, brother, and so many other people do too. Never forget this shit.
Meaning you have to do what lights you up. So you need to figure out what is the reason why you're doing this to begin with. My why will give it purpose. Purpose will give me permission for me to chase after my passion, but more importantly, your passion is what leads to purpose. So here, just make it simple. Just figure out what lights you up and do that. Do that. And then you'll have a why. You'll have a fuel source. And now you won't need motivation. And now consistency is something that's this is what I do. This is my way of being. It won't be hard to be consistent because you're inspired.
You should be excited, extremely excited, because this is what all the effort that you put in was for. This is what all of the sleepless nights that you spent staring up at the ceiling, wondering if you're delusional, if all of this is going to work out, is for. This isn't the end of the line. But what I am saying is that very, very soon, you will realize that it's all worth it.
I love the quote that says, I don't fear success. I fear succeeding at something that doesn't matter.
People want to find their passion, but you don't find it, you create it. And you create it by getting good at something. And to get good at stuff, you start by doing something you suck at. Then you get good, then you like it, then people ask how you found your passion. Answer: by starting when you sucked and not giving up.
Everything that you want is on the other side of hard. I just think about stacking days. Just keep stacking days. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change.
It's possible for you, the one who stays up late, putting in extra hours of studying just to pass the class. You, the one who's working 2 jobs to make ends meet. One who's putting extra hours, extra reps in the gym because they believe that their strength is a gift worth sharing with others. Imagine producing the greatest work you've ever produced because it came from your heart. That's the calling. And I know you know it's deep within you. I know you hear it, but I don't know if you'll answer. That part is entirely up to you.
I'm gonna be real with you. Your family's not going to understand it. The people in your hometown aren't going to support you. And no one's gonna believe in you until you have something to show for it. That's just how it is. So when you start, do it for yourself.
Be f***ing great. Put the time in to learn the skills. Put the skills into practice and make a commitment to becoming so good that all your peers say, that's the fucker, that's the best. And if you can do that, no matter where you are, no matter if you're cooking French fries, no matter if you're managing the restaurant, no matter if you own 1,000 restaurants, no matter if you created the fucking brand, you cannot be stopped.
All winners have got depressed. All winners have been heartbroken. All winners have been disappointed. But they kept moving forward. That's the only reason they're winners. Nobody has just winning all the time. Nobody does.
Do you feel defeated that you can never achieve what you want? It's so hard to achieve. Whatever I put my mind to, I try hard, but it doesn't work. Do you ever have those conversations? Well, you're telling yourself that it's over. You're telling these stories to yourself that you can't achieve this. Inside of your mind, you haven't decided what you really want. You're confused. So it's time for you to find clarity on what do you really want. Do you want this to work? Then all your statements, all your chatters should be about making it happen.
I think the greatest fear you face is yourself, because we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. And it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
That's what it takes. To do anything successfully in life, you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. And if you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want. And dreams do come true. Anything you want can happen and become a reality. I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought.
You don't start things and not finish. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish.
Remember this, you can't just quit.
We finish everything. You start it, finish it.
If you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen.
Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off. Say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
What the f is your life? Are you happy with it? See, the thing about life, we're gonna die, right? Eventually we're gonna die. But our legacy can live on. The impact can be non-perishable forever. But it's gotta be built right. Or we gotta take advantage of the time we have right now.
What have you done with your life to make it something else besides the normality of everybody else? The intake and the outtake of what you call life is nothing more than time. And unless done something with, it's forgotten about. There's no footprint of your existence left for anyone else to follow.
What happens is you have all these voices, and this can be hard, but for some reason, you put so much practice into you that you can ignore every one of them that are telling you you're not gonna make it and still be able to make it. Because you have put the practice in that you know this is the process. It's such a daunting task that all the voices are saying no. But you still had the conviction that I know I can do this.
They don't realize that they still hold the pen. There's thousands of empty pages still in that book that they can rewrite that story. But we have to let go of the pages that others have written in our book and realize we got this pen. And we can start writing how the story looks from this day forward.
Who determines when it's up for you?
When we say this cannot be accomplished, this cannot be done, then we are shortchanging ourselves.
And look, I'll be the first one to tell you, there were a lot of days where I did not want to get out of bed. And I guarantee you, if I ask the question here, if everybody is excited to get out of bed every single day, if I saw a hand, I'm going to blatantly call you a liar. But if you have those little small goals, those little small things that get you excited when you don't want to, it's going to make it even better and even easier at the end. It's going to make it so much easier. And I think if you look at the greats in anything that, in any walk of life, the greats do things when they don't always want to. And that's the separation.
You don't seem to understand. Your success is not a matter of chance. It's just not a matter of if you are skilled enough. or strong enough, or even brave enough. Let me ask you a question. Where exactly do you think this vision you have for your future comes from? And not only that, but the desire to go and pursue this vision. Do you truly think that something so pure could just stumble its way into existence? I don't think you do. In fact, I know that you feel otherwise. This relationship that you have with this vision for a better you, a better life that fulfills you, is intimate. That raw feeling, nothing so pure could ever be a total accident.
Every single morning when you wake up, you repeat to yourself, in every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. And every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. You have to consciously reprogram your subconscious mind to decode and deconstruct the self-limiting beliefs, the self-doubts, the ideas and the opinions of other people that have negatively impacted you and have held you down your whole life.
If not you, then who, bro? I'll tell you what your problem is, bro. You don't think highly enough of yourself. You don't really believe you're capable to do it. Well, there's a million other motherfuckers that wish they could have your spot, and yet you're taking yours for granted. I'll ask you again. If not you, then who? Nobody, bro. Nobody. Take care.
Every single great thing that's ever been created in the history of the world was created by a human being. And guess what you are? You are a human being, just like them. You have access to more information, to more skill set, to faster learning than anybody who has ever existed before you in the history of Earth. So what is it about you that makes you incapable compared to everybody else? And I'm gonna give you the answer. The answer is nothing. The answer is the belief in your ability to achieve and become things that nobody you have ever seen in your own universe has done. And that is our limiting belief.
But the only way for you to continue to evolve and to really step into everything that is meant for you, you have to be willing to embrace the discomfort of something new. You have to. You have to be willing to embrace the discomfort of leaving what's known. But understand that those feelings and those emotions aren't because you can't do it. It's because you're stepping into something that is not the norm, and that is gonna bring you feelings of discomfort. That's gonna bring you sometimes frustration and a lack of clarity, right? And sometimes feelings of anxiety and like, I don't know. Trust it. All those emotions are just signs that you're stepping out of your comfort zone into something new that isn't known, and that is very uncomfortable. But it's a part of the process. It's a part of shifting into a more aligned, authentic version of yourself.
The human brain cannot comprehend the negative. It is incapable. Can't tell the human brain not to do something, right? And so what happens is we very often reinforce things when we put things in the negative, right? I can't get apart. I can't do this. Versus, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this, right? It's the same thing for you. If you focus on the obstacles, all you will see is obstacles. If you focus on the path through the trees, all you will see is path through the trees. It's your choice how you choose to perceive your own career. It's literally perspective.
If you give your all every day, your gifts will make room for you. And it's like having a knowingness that things are going to be fine. And then there's the next level, which is you start to know who you are. And you're not trying to prove it to yourself or other people. It's the difference between what I would call push motivation and pull. Push is, I'm going to make this happen. And it takes tremendous willpower. And I know you have plenty of willpower, I do as well. But there's a limit to willpower. But there's no limit to pull. Pull is when there's something magnificent that you want to serve, something that you got an obsession for. You don't lose that energy. You don't lose those components, and you're able to laugh and enjoy along the way.
The fear is never reaching your potential. That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man and you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Life has a way of pulling you in every direction. We're told to fight, to push,
to hustle for control over every detail, as if that's the only way to create the life we want. We cling to plans, to expectations, to the idea that if we just hold on tight enough, everything will go our way. But here's the truth. Life doesn't work like that. No matter how much you plan, no matter how hard you fight, there will always be things you can't control. And the more you resist, the harder life pushes back. What if, instead of fighting against life, you surrendered to it? Not in defeat, not in apathy, but in trust. Trust that even when things don't go the way you imagined, they can still go the way they're meant to. When you stop resisting, when you let go of the illusion of control, you find something unexpected. You find peace. You find clarity. You find freedom.
The illusion of control. We're taught to believe that control equals safety, that if we just plan hard enough, prepare long enough, and hold on tight enough, we can avoid pain, failure, uncertainty. But control is a myth. You can't control how other people act. You can't control what the world throws at you. You can't control the unexpected twists and turns that life will inevitably bring. What you can control is how you respond, your mindset, your actions, your ability to adapt. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from the anxiety, the frustration, the constant battle against reality. You shift your focus to what really matters, your growth, your resilience, your ability to create meaning no matter the circumstances.
What does surrender really mean? Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean you stop trying, stop caring, or stop putting in the effort. Surrender means releasing your grip on what you can't control. It means letting go of the need for life to look a certain way, and trusting that even if it doesn't, you'll still be okay. It's about flowing with life instead of fighting against it. About understanding that the storm you're in isn't trying to destroy you. It's trying to shape you. And when you stop resisting, you give yourself the chance to grow.
Resistance is exhausting. It's the mental battle we fight every time life doesn't go the way we planned. It's the frustration, the anger, the endless cycle of, why is this happening to me? Letting go of resistance doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop wasting energy on things you can't change. It means accepting what is, so you can focus on what you can do next. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that's keeping me stuck? What would happen if I let it go? One of the hardest things to do is to fully accept where you are right now, especially if it's not where you want to be. But acceptance isn't about settling. It's about recognizing the reality of your situation so you can move forward with clarity and purpose. When you accept the present moment, you stop fighting against reality. You stop wishing things were different and start working with what you have. And in that acceptance, you find the freedom to take meaningful action.
Surrender isn't about passivity. It's about focusing your energy where it matters. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to grow, to adapt, to create something beautiful out of the chaos. Instead of wasting energy on what's out of your hands, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do right now to move forward? Even the smallest step can create momentum. Life doesn't always make sense in the moment. Sometimes it feels unfair. Sometimes it feels chaotic. But when you look back, you realize that the things that felt like detours were actually leading you to where you were meant to be. Trusting the process doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It doesn't mean everything will go smoothly. It means believing that no matter what happens, you'll find a way to grow, to learn, to create meaning from it. It means trusting yourself, your strength, your resilience, your ability to adapt.
When you stop trying to control everything, you find peace. Not because life gets easier, but because you're no longer wasting energy on battles you can't win. Letting go is freeing. It allows you to stop carrying the weight of things you were never meant to hold. It allows you to redirect your energy toward what truly matters: your growth, your purpose, your ability to live fully in the moment. Here's the paradox. The moment you let go of control, you gain it. Not control over life, but control over yourself. Control over your mindset, your emotions, your ability to move forward no matter what. Surrender doesn't mean giving up your power. It means taking it back. It means choosing to live fully, even in the face of uncertainty. It means finding freedom, not in controlling life, but in trusting it. The tighter you hold on, the more life slips through your fingers. But when you let go, when you stop fighting, stop resisting, stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you give yourself the chance to truly live. You find freedom in surrender. So, take a deep breath. Release the weight you've been carrying. Trust yourself. Trust the process. And watch as the world opens up in ways you never imagined. Let go and live.
If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more.
I wish you the courage to be warm when the world would prefer you be cool. I wish you success sufficient to your needs. I wish you failure to temper that success. I wish you joy in all your days. I wish you sadness so that you may better measure joy. I wish you gladness to overbalance the grief. I wish you humor and a twinkle in your eye. I wish you glory and strength to bear the burdens. I wish you sunshine on your path and storms to season your journey.
In order for something new to come, something old must go. And that old can sometimes mean let go of what you know until now.
Most people try to create a new personal reality as the same personality, and it doesn't work. You literally have to become someone else. If you keep thinking the same thoughts, keep demonstrating the same behaviors, keep living by the same feelings and emotions, your personal reality is going to stay exactly the same. But if you have new thoughts that lead to new choices, that demonstrate new actions, that create new experiences, that cause you to feel differently, you will begin to walk into a new future.
Sometimes you will have to convince yourself that it's possible, that you can go from zero to hero, from peasant to king, if you change the way that you think. And if you don't know how to change the way that you think, begin to digest new information. Stay away from the haters, stay away from the losers, stay away from the people with weak minds and weak mentalities, and find those people that empower you. Find those people, elevate your spirit and your soul, and understand that your potential, my friend, is limitless. You, my friend, are limitless. But you must believe. And if you can believe, all things are possible.
All you have is this moment, so you have to continuously focus on bringing attention to this moment and keep reminding yourself that what decision can I make in this moment that is aligned with the best version of myself, that is aligned with the vision of where I'm trying to get to.
If you look at stories of great men, of great women in history, that story always has a lot of disadvantages that were overcome. There is something in the process of overcoming hardship that creates greatness. Most people quit through that process. If you can survive it, then your story will be a great one.
You got to bet on you. It's so funny that you believe in others, you would bet on others, you would support others, you would be there for others, but when it comes to you, you take a darn back seat. I don't understand it. I'm gonna bet on me.
I needed somebody and they didn't do it. So I decided at that point, I guess, I don't need you. The only person I need is me. And I'll be damned if I'm ever gonna need somebody
I ain't needing somebody. I'll be damned if I'm ever gonna need somebody again.
Don't be afraid of people rejecting. Stick to your guns. That fear, it just withers the soul. It makes what you create just like everything else out there. But when you think, no, I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna mind what's different about me, I'm gonna be bold and confident, those who are trying to follow all the trends don't have impact.
Find out what you're good at. Find out what craft or thing or what are you good at? What you have an aptitude for. Do you like history? Do you like math? Do you like artwork? Do you like music? You find out what you have a natural inclination towards. You find out what you're good at. And then you figure out how to help other people with that thing that you're good at. And once you figure that out, that's purpose. 2 + 2 = 4. So what are you good at? How can you help other people? That's your purpose.
Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. Shake off this notion that life is there and you're just going to live in it. Embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it.
Remember, you guys only have one life on this earth, okay? It's not too late to change everything. Get up, guys. Make today the day.
The more I listen to this, the better my life gets. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. There's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who have a life you don't want.
Build a vision of what you would like to accomplish between now and the end of the year. And then make a written description of that vision. Paint the picture with words. Vision. Vision is going to direct your life if you let it. Use it constructively. See what you want. Don't spend any time thinking of what you don't want. When you get a picture in here, make it big, make it beautiful. You'll be glad you did.
What we feel is what manifests. It's the energy that we put out that we get back. Claim it in your heart right now. Who do you want to be? How do you want to feel? What do you want to give? And what do you want to receive? And ask yourself that. Design your day every single day. You have the power within you to design your life. What you see is a reflection of what you believe. So are we going to say yes to a new belief system now?
Do the thing and you'll get the energy to do the thing. Do the thing and you'll get the energy to do the thing. Don't wait, start right now whether you're ready or not. Just say, I'm going after it, I'm going to get it, and your present circumstances got nothing to do with where you're going.
You've got to accept yourself for what you've done wrong. Do your best. And also find some difficult to do, because that gets away a lot of the anxiety that you carry around in your body. Difficult things make regular life less difficult.
Anything is possible here, that you're only limited by your imagination. Now, it's not going to be handed to you. You have to find your way through. And there will be times that you're going to hit dead ends, but you have to pick yourself back up. You have to be smart. You have to calculate another route, and then you gotta keep moving forward.
At some point, everything's gonna go south on you. Everything's gonna go south, and you're gonna say, this is it. This is how I end. Now you can either accept that, or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin. You do the math, you solve one problem, and you solve the next.
And it doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's gonna happen. All that matters is that you gotta get up.
Work hard. Be somebody. Be something more than what you see in the mirror. Let the world be your mirror. Don't let them judge you, because the mirror can't judge. You judge what you see in the mirror.
There's a great Chinese expression, a great old proverb. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack. All you need to have is an undying passion for what you do and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
You're not allowed to give excuses, because excuses are a sign of weakness. We give no excuses when we fail. Failure is just fertilizer to help us grow as a team.
Guys, in life, winning isn't everything, but training to win is. Having the will to win, that is everything. Whether you win or not, you're gonna fail. You gotta get back up and try it again. But if you don't have the will to win, and you don't train to win, that's where you're really missing the mark, guys.
You ever had a gut feeling that maybe you were meant for more? What if you were everything you could be?
Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
We're all trying to improve ourselves. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect now, I never will be. You're not, and you never will be, but you're better than you were yesterday, and you're gonna be better tomorrow.
You know, the greatest lesson my mother ever taught me, when I was a kid, whatever I started, I had to finish it. Whether I got in the midst of something and didn't care for a coach, whether I got in the midst of an organization and didn't care for a leader, my mother would never let me start something and stop, because she would always say, the person that you will become by enduring the process is far more important than the person that you have to deal with in the midst of the process.
Your present or past results have absolutely nothing to do with what's going to happen from this point forward. You see, I kept thinking, well, gee, I'm such a mess up. I've done everything wrong up till now. I'm 26, I'm broke, I'm not happy. Everything was wrong. That's all in the past. Every moment is a new moment.
Success is a strange thing. Presumably we want success because we think a more successful life will bring us more happiness, meaning, and fulfillment. Here's the problem. We sacrifice the thing we want, happiness, for the thing which is supposed to get it, success. Failure can make you miserable, but I'm not sure that success will make you happy. I am only worthy of love, acceptance, and belonging if I succeed. Now, powered by internal feelings of insufficiency, this person is driven to achieve many things. They're prepared to outwork, outhustle, and outsuffer everyone else because they're not just running toward a life they want, they're running away from a life that they fear. Success and progress ameliorates the feelings of insufficiency. Therefore, success and progress have become prioritized above everything else.
Character is at the core of a person, something they can't control, something that comes from deep within, and it causes people to have patterns of behavior. And you want to find people who have a strong character to associate with, as opposed to a weak character. And what a strong character is people who are adaptable, who are fluid, who can admit that they are wrong, who can learn from their experience, who can take criticism. So I want you to focus not on people's charming exterior, instead focus on that deep inner quality, that core, that character, because that's who they really are. Your character is creating what happens to you in life. There's the famous quote of the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus, "Character is fate."
As I continue to experience life and find myself, I realize that hope isn't what I thought it was. Through a lot of sorrow, it's actually been redefined for me. And I ask myself the question, what if my pain is actually my hope?
So many of us are at war with ourselves within. We have that inner conflict because we're trying to portray this image that is, acceptable in the world around us, that we think is acceptable, instead of just staying true to you. And yes, when you stay true to yourself, people are gonna look at you a certain way. People are gonna try to knock you off your path. There's gonna be a lot of external things that, try to sway you this way or that way, but you gotta stay true to you.
Here's my best advice. Welcome all experiences. You never know which one is gonna turn everything on.
you've been through a lot this year, and it wasn't for no reason. And I can promise you, it's not wasted. And you learned a lot of lessons this year. Lessons that you might have thought that you didn't need to learn. But going into this next year, you need to realize how strong you've become. You have learned lessons and you have become strong. And now you have the ability to do something great, to carry something great that you might have not been able to do a year ago. You've learned a lot through the pain. So are you going to sit in the pain, or are you going to bring something beautiful to life?
The hardest part is the uncertainty that all your sacrifice will be for nothing, that we give up everything now for nothing later. But then you remember the life that you walked away from to pursue your dream, and then you realize that there's no going back. And so you keep going. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of 10 years of uncertainty, rejection, and suffering. It just comes down to wanting what you're after more than you hate all the things that you have to do to get it. And so despite all the hardship that you're going through, you just got to believe with all your f***ing heart that you're going to make it.
The day is cold and dark and dreary. It rains, and the wind is never weary. The vine still clings to the moldering wall, but at every gust the dead leaves fall, and the day is dark and dreary. My life is cold and dark and dreary. It rains, and the wind is never weary. My thoughts still cling to the moldering past, but the hopes of youth fall thick in the blast, and the days are dark and dreary. Be still, sad heart, and cease repining. Behind the clouds is the sun still shining. Thy fate is the common fate of all. Into each life some rain must fall. Some days must be dark and dreary. We live in the past a lot of times. We live in the past without regrets. We live in the past with the regrets of what might have been, but is not. We live in the, and you know, life gets weary, and it seems rainy, and it seems dark and gray in the clouds, and that's all we see. And we need days in real life, we need days where it's chilly, and it's raining, and the things that we had planned to do, we can't do. And the things that we thought were going to happen today aren't going to happen. But we need the rain. But if you have, whether in your life, in nature, if you have just nonstop sunshine, you wind up with a desert. And you wind up, your life is a desert. And everything gets burned up. And into every life, a little rain must fall.
What if the truth was that you're greater than you think, more powerful than you know, more unlimited than you could ever dream? If that was the truth, that you are the creator of your life, you have to start. If you believe that to be the truth, then you have to believe in yourself. And your belief in yourself must be earned. It must be earned. And the only way that we can believe in a future is when we feel the emotion associated with it. And so you're giving your body a taste emotionally of the future. And the stronger the emotion you feel, the more you remember that future. And you literally are embossing the circuitry for you to believe in it more.
Don't be ashamed of your effort. They can't stand being reminded of the thing they're capable of, but resist actually trying. People will try to put the same limitations on you that they put on themselves. Don't mistake their insecurities for your ceiling.
So desperate to figure out how to convince people that there is no loss in going for it. That, yeah, you might get made fun of and you might have it in your own mind, but trying to figure out how to make people drop that feeling, going and building a business for themselves. Nobody wants the rejection. Nobody wants to lose. It's going to lead you to a place where you're not going to win.
Get serious. That's number one. 10 years from now, you will surely become someone. The big question is, who?
You must overcome fear to step into your potential. Understand that fear is not the enemy. It's a sign that you're on the edge of growth. Reframe the way you look at fear. Reframe the way you look at fear. So often, when we feel fear, it makes us stay stuck or resort back. But you need to start viewing fear as an indicator of the direction you need to move, right? Fear is a pulling force from your higher self saying, go that way. The reason you feel fear is because you have to step into the unknown. You have to step into the discomfort, right? You have to step away from the things that are known, from the comfortability of where you're at, right? That's not easy, right? And your ego is gonna do everything in its power to stay comfortable. So it's gonna bring those emotions of fear, but don't view those emotions negatively. Fear is not a negative thing. Fear is a driving force. It's a pulling force to move in that direction. It's a guide. And when you start viewing fear as a guide rather than a hindrance and an enemy, it changes the way you navigate this journey. Come on, man. Changes the way you navigate this journey. George Adair says, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
When people describe the characteristics of winners, here are some of the things they said. They outwork the competition. They are focused. They are resilient. The one I've seen in the best of the best that no one talks about is this. They rather be hated for who they truly are than to be loved for what they're not. Think about that.
I just feel so angry all the time. And what if after everything that I've been through, something's gone wrong inside me? What if I'm becoming bad?
I want you to listen to me very carefully, Hammy. You're not a bad person. You're a very good person who bad things have happened to. You understand? Besides, the world isn't split into good people and Death Eaters. We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are.
Blaming the world will not heal the wounds within. And I know that the world has given you these wounds. And I understand anger, and I don't think anger is a bad thing. You have to take the responsibility out of the world's hands and put it into your hands.
At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you want to be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
When we were kids, my mom hung a poster over our bed. It had a picture of a bumblebee, and under the picture, the caption read, "According to all aerodynamic laws, the bumblebee cannot fly because its body weight is not in the right proportion to its wingspan. But ignoring these laws, the bee flies anyway."
I have run every single morning of my life since I was 17. And my God, have there been a lot of mornings that have meant a lot more to me than just a run. If I'm honest, I defined the last 6.5 years by loneliness and misunderstanding. But through every bit of that pain, I never once skipped a beat in being there for myself. People wonder why self-hatred and doubt is completely absent from my life. And it's because on the hundreds of days where I thought I couldn't take it anymore, when I felt like either my body or my soul was completely broken, I picked myself up and proved it wrong once again. So I don't know if my life is for everyone, but if you want to know how to love yourself, I sure have found a way.
Be careful what greatness brings you. But let me tell you, once you get a taste of it, you'll never go back. I love individuals that talk about they have a certain lifestyle, they have a certain things to do. Oh, I don't need all this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Trust me. But you get used to certain things. When it goes away, you're like, yeah, this don't feel right. It's easy to say that until you're put into that situation.
Don't get overwhelmed when life is like a bunch of crazy wild horses out there in the big pasture and you can't catch the herd. You can't catch life. Stop focusing on catching life, on getting a handle on life. All right, start focusing on one aspect of it and get a handle on that. And usually that's you. Usually that's you. And then if you get a handle on you, then you can start the next one, whatever it may be. Okay?
To get anywhere in life, you have to work extremely hard and you have to be disciplined. If you wanted to be a great piano player, there's no drug you can take, there's no self-help book, there's no guru. You got to spend 5 years, 10 years learning it until it becomes something that's second nature. There are no shortcuts. But if you learn that from an early age, like 10 years old or whatever, you see after a few years that an incredible pleasure happens where now you have mastery of this piano and you can play things you could never play before. Suddenly the whole thing opens up, this whole new universe. And that's the paradigm for everything meaningful in life. If you learn something well, if you learn a craft and you master it, it can bring you a far greater pleasure than any kind of drug or any kind of going out to a party or socializing. But you have to be patient and you have to not be afraid of boredom and you have to not be afraid of the effort.
But I know now I gotta work the system harder than it's working me. That's what you gotta do. The system is designed to swallow you whole. You gotta find out what you do better than anybody else and rock that. So what you gonna do? How you gonna leave your mark?
I'm realizing that if you don't want to repeat the past, the only way is to be present. I think that a lot of us get caught up in the certain loops of our past or the certain things that identify us with our past versions of ourselves. And I think if we want to become something new, if we want to change for the better, it's about instilling that into the now.
Focus on taking the first step. You know, when you get so caught up in where you want to be and how far away it seems, sometimes you could quit before you even get started. You know, so whether that's making changes within yourself, whether that's letting go, whether that's becoming the best version of yourself, understand that all of those things take time. All of those things take a process. They don't happen overnight. But the only way you'll be able to get there is from your willingness to be able to figure it out, your willingness to go through the journey, your determination to, you know, understand that on the other side of all your hard work, all your effort, all the, you know, mistakes, challenges and hurdles you might have to overcome, is that better that you're looking for. You know, sometimes you don't realize how strong you really are and how much you're really capable of until you start taking the steps to actually find out.
Imagine if you wake up every day with $84,600 in your bank account. And every day, at the end of the night, it's gone, whether you wasted it or not. And then the next day, you get another $84,600. You would do everything in your power to spend it. But you don't want to leave nothing there. You make the best of it, right? You get 84,600 seconds. Why waste time? Doesn't carry over to the next day. It doesn't earn interest. I'll take every day and every moment and make something of it. Make something positive.
Nobody is going to choose you. You're going to choose yourself. And if you get a wild idea and you see what it is in your life that you want to become, then if you want that more than anything else and you're passionate about it and it gets you up in the morning, you'll arrive there. But just remember, you're going to have to change a lot to get there. And arriving at that future, man, every single day means if you go all in, then you'll make the right choices for yourself on a regular basis, because nobody else is going to do that for you when you see that future and no one else can see it. I I've done it enough times in my life where people look at me like I'm crazy, and to them, I am, because I'm unpredictable. And yet, you choose yourself every day, you get good at it.
If you're having a good day, do what needs to get done. If you're having a bad day, do what needs to get done. If you're feeling real happy, do what needs to get done. If you're feeling sad and down in the dumps, do what needs to get done. You see, we all have thoughts and feelings, good days and bad days. Some days, doing what needs to get done feels like a breeze. It feels like the easiest thing in the world. And the people that stay the same month after month, year after year, only do what needs to get done on the days where it's easy. They don't perform on the days. They just have a day. And you can either just have a shitty day, or you can have a shitty day and do what needs to get done, so that no matter what, you wake up on the next day a little bit closer to where you want to be.
I think it's just giving yourself permission to suck. It's giving yourself permission to be unhappy. It's giving yourself permission to not achieve while you do for a long period of time. It's giving yourself permission to lose friends. It's giving yourself permission to do things that's different than people in your social circle or your age group are doing. Giving yourself permission to be an exception so that you can become exceptional.
Each day, just trying to be better. Each day, just trying to take the next best step. Understanding that things will work out. You know, it might be tough, but things will work out. You might feel lost, but things will work out. You know, you might feel lonely, but things will work out. Always remember that when you're going through tough seasons, that things will work out.
Don't give up. I know this sounds simple, but don't give up. If you go to bed with it and you wake up with it and you can't shake it, you go get a job and that dream is still in the back of your head. You're working for somebody else, but that dream is still in the back of your head. If it's in you and you can't shake it and you dream about it, and when you want to walk away from it, you still dream, that's God telling you to keep going.
People don't really realize what it takes to win. The difference between 90% and 100% is lifetimes. It's like the difference between good and great, it is underestimated by most humans. It's like, if you want to be good, you can be talented and be good. I'm telling you, it's like, it's not easy, but it is really simple to change your life.
Life can get really tough, and we just need to remind ourselves that things will work out. You know, maybe not at the speed or in the way that we want, but things will work out. And that's what faith is. Not seeing the end and trusting that you'll get to where you need to be. You'll get to where you need to be when you need to be there. You just gotta believe.
You have to work on yourself, and you have to have an unstoppable attitude, and no excuse is acceptable. And you got to make it a priority, a non-negotiable in your life, and hold a constant vision of what it is you want to achieve. See it accomplished and go all out. Find a way to win. In spite of the setbacks, in spite of the disappointments, in spite of your failures.
Do you realize that while life is supposed to be lived, we spend most of it planning to live it? Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present. Why? Because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you can completely immerse into whatever you are doing. And this means you have arrived. You have arrived. That's it.
Hold yourself accountable, because in the end, it's not just about achieving your goals. It's about building trust and respect within yourself. Stop saying you're going to do something and then not do it. You're only hurting yourself. Every broken promise chips away at your self-respect, and one day you'll realize how much you lost. Don't wait for that realization. Start now. I'm rooting for you to win.
Have the balls to look in the mirror and say, I am not what I could be. It is me, not them, not my parents, not my teachers, not my boss, me. I am not doing what I could do. I am not trying as hard as I can try. I am doing less than I know I'm capable of, and I don't have an excuse. I have just made poor decisions, and the minute you do that, you have just opened the door to being better. You have just taken control of your life. Now you can make better decisions. It was you that messed it up. Now it's going to be you that fixes it.
First step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
Found that you can achieve almost any goal you set for yourself if you simply take it one step at a time.
Because I want you to realize that you can be and more than likely are your worst enemy. And you like to pin the fault on everybody outside of yourself as to why you are not making progress. But let me tell you something. The real enemy that's in the way of your progress is yourself.
If you do the thing, in spite of being fearful of doing the thing, that is courage. And if you don't do the thing, even though you felt like doing the thing, that is cowardice.
When you feel like giving up, don't. When you thinking about giving up, don't. When it look like you ain't gonna make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, come on, man, who are they? Don't believe them, man. Don't believe them. You got to be relentless.
Talking to you, you're going through a storm right now. And I want you to know, whatever you're going through right now, if you can just muster up enough strength to hold on and hold out, if you do not quit, if you do not give up, it's coming, baby. You just keep on keeping on. And if you persevere, I'm telling you, trouble don't last always. Every storm that's come, it will pass.
Don't you ever let people place their impossibilities on your life. Sometimes the people closest to you that will support you the least. And it's not because that they don't love you. It's because they ain't never seen it, done it. They're oblivious to it. Some people are too close to you to see your greatness, so please stop going to what's familiar in the proximity to get validation of your gift. But some of us, we go into the people closest to us expecting them to see it, and they never done it. Stop taking advice on how to be successful from people who have never been successful.
Winning isn't once what I thought it was. I found it to be much more complex than our traditional definitions of success. A lot of people fall to their knees in tears after a big accomplishment, partly due to joy and gratitude, but a lot of what you see is relief and even fear. It's a crucial moment in a person's journey where you need to ask yourself what winning means to you. Otherwise, you get stuck in a hamster wheel, chasing a potentially non-existent result. What I found is that winning doesn't happen on show day. It happens on early mornings, painful workouts, long cardio sessions, hungry nights. It happens in those moments of fear you all have when faced with a difficult goal, and then more so, what you make of that fear.
You are going to suffer. It is going to be hard. It is going to take all of your energy. It's going to kick you in the face 1,000 times. You're going to be demoralized. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry. You're going to be bitter sometimes. This is why it's so important to build yourself into someone who can execute regardless of what your mood is, regardless of what your circumstances is, because if you can execute when things are fucked up and everybody else bails and everybody else quits, what kind of advantage does that give you over the long haul? It gives you a tremendous advantage. And if you can become the kind of person that cannot be stopped by outside circumstances or going through a tough time or being in a bad mood or being unmotivated, how can anyone beat that?
You being impatient and taking shortcuts is not going to create the thing you want anyway. Like, what's going to happen? Do you think there's a shortcut? You think I'm going to tell you some trick? You think I'm going to give you a tidbit that, like, it's just not how it works. Building anything meaningful takes time. So what are you going to do differently?
Life is hard, and some of us made it harder on ourselves.
That is not a reason to quit. That's not a reason to stop trying. That's not a reason to quit reinventing and becoming the best version of you. No, decide today that you're not going to let what is happening or what has happened stop you from being the best you. Don't give up on your family. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on your dreams, and don't give up on your plans. Make the decision. Keep going. It'll be worth it in the end.
There is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. Now, when you're down there in the hole, it looks like failure. And when you're down in the hole, when that moment comes, it's really okay to feel bad for a little while. Give yourself time to mourn what you think you may have lost. But then, here's the key. Learn from every mistake. Don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes happen to everybody. Everybody makes a mistake. You're not special because you make a mistake. There's no big deal to making a mistake. It's all in the recovery. It's all in the recovery. Most people don't recover from a mistake. If you want to differentiate yourself, get the blessing of the lesson, get up and move on.
Life, we must choose our regrets. In an existence where opportunity cost is baked in, so that means that fundamentally, regrets are an unavoidable part of being a human. But what does it mean that you have to choose your regrets? Well, if regrets are inevitable, an easy way to look at a decision is, rather than which do I want to do, which regret could I live with?
You believe you're worth it. You'll never out-earn your own self-worth. You'll never out-earn your own self-image. And if you don't think you're worth it, no one else is going to think you're worth it. It was the very first decision I made. And when I decided to go all in on me, it's so crazy how everything started to change.
Feeling stuck is a signal that you've stopped growing. That's it. What actually will get you feeling like you're not stuck is having something in the future that you're looking forward to. Learning anything gets you back in touch with a fundamental need. It makes you start to feel like things are moving. And from that place of feeling a little bit more empowered, you'll be able to make better decisions about what big things need to change in your life.
Imagine this. If every single day you wake up a little bit earlier and you start to prime your day, instead of letting your day run you, you run your day. All of a sudden, you can walk through your day with ease. You get through the fear and you walk in faith. Your mind is in a position where you're so clear, you have energy, and you can make decisions effectively. All it takes is a simple set of daily habits that you never miss on, and automatically your life gets substantially better. Start today.
If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think.
Like the outcome ain't that deep to me, right? I'm more so of like the process of self-improvement. At the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself the question, what fulfills you? When you put in work, when you prepare, when you give everything you got to something, the process of self-improvement, even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you still have something to hang on to, knowing that you put some pride into the process of it.
Instead of being afraid to fail, instead of trying to avoid failure, instead of being embarrassed when you fail, start to understand that failure is a 100% requirement for people to be successful. And every single time you fail, every single time you stumble, every single time you make a stupid mistake, audit that, take the lesson, put the skill in your tool belt, and then the next time that situation arises, you know what to do. And this is the thing that people never get because they're too afraid to start in the beginning.
When doors close, That's simply God telling you he got another door he wants you to walk through. Then why don't you stop beating on that door and turn away from the door and walk up the hall? This is the hallway of life. The hallway of life got more doors. You got to turn up the hall, and there's a bigger door with your name on it. But if you stay there banging on that door, what would it be? And I wish it had a shoulda, coulda, woulda. Hey man, stop all that. Walk up the hall and go see what else God got for you.
The most important key to success, I think it's hunger. It's not getting satisfied. Anyone you respect who's achieved at the highest level, intelligence is an incredibly important distinction and a valuable thing to have in life. But I always tell people, you can find so many intelligent people that can't fight their way out of a paper bag. What matters is hunger.
Do you actually want to do this or not? Do you actually want to do this or not? Because if you actually want to do it, what's going to stop you? Nothing. And if you don't really want to do it, what's going to stop you? Just about anything that comes up. Just about any obstacle that gets in your way becomes an excuse. It becomes a reason. It becomes a rationale for not proceeding down that path.
Well, at some point, you will get in your way at some point, and that's fine. It's not about that. It's about how you handle the adversity when that stuff presents itself. But when you do, it's how do you deal? How do you adjust? How do you pivot? How do y'all make sure that y'all align? And how do you keep your eyes on the prize?
How to turn nothing into something. First, to turn nothing into something, you start with ideas and imagination. Now, it's hard to call ideas and imagination nothing. So to turn nothing into something, you start with ideas and imagination. Interesting. Ideas that become so powerful in your mind and your consciousness, they seem real to you even before they become tangible. Imagination that is so strong that you can actually see it. You can actually see it.
The difference between successful people and non-successful people is here. You have to change this. So if you're at a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change. And it's not dependent on anybody else.
Stop letting people define you. You're gonna run into people that's friends, family, associates. They ain't winning life. They gave up on their dreams. Their dreams ain't work out because they ain't worked their dreams. But y'all don't let them tell you that y'all can't work your dreams. All of y'all got a shot. Be mindful of the information that y'all take in from losers. There's a lot of losers out here. A lot of losers, a lot of people that gave up on their dreams. A lot of people that don't love themselves. Just because they don't love themselves, don't let them put that energy on y'all, the insecurities and the fears on y'all. Y'all got a shot out here.
When you look at someone and you say that man or that woman has something that I don't have, you're telling yourself a justification as to why you can't do it. You're talking yourself out of it. They didn't have that ability either. They got it from showing up every day and executing, and especially when they don't feel like it.
Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not good enough, okay? And so many young people think that they can't, or they don't have the potential, or somebody else is better. Forget everything about it. I mean, you know, if you really want something bad enough, if you really, really want something bad enough, you'll figure out a way to get there. And I really believe if you want something bad enough, you can will it to happen.
When the going gets tough, quitting should never be an option. In every project, there's escape hatches. And if you don't bolt them closed when the going gets tough, boom, away you go. If you're going to quit, quit when you're at your peak, when you're very, very successful. But don't quit because you're tired of paying the price. If you pay the price, the reward is going to be that much sweeter.
I'm gonna say this loud enough for the people in the back. You know when your life's gonna change? When you stop pressing rewind on the things that need to be deleted from your life. When you stop hanging on to the things that you know you need to let go of. Let me tell you this, moving on isn't always about knowing where you're going. It's about knowing where you no longer stand and what you refuse to go back to.
You keep saying to yourself, I'm not ready to do that yet. If so, I want you to ask yourself, what would make you feel ready? Is there actually something specific that would help you to feel more prepared to do the thing that you need to do? Or are you waiting for something that's impossible? Are you waiting to be sure that you'll never make a mistake, that everyone will like what you do, that you won't experience uncomfortable emotions? So you're waiting for something that's impossible. I want you to ask yourself, how long am I willing to wait before I accept that this will never happen, and then I'm gonna do it anyways?
No matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be liked by everyone. So just be you. If they like you, great. If they don't, even better. Embrace your uniqueness. It's your greatest strength, because the only person you need to be in order to live your best life is yourself. And that's it.
How happy are you? Well, it's your quality of life minus envy. That's how happy you are. And it's easy to look at everyone else and how they're doing and not take pleasure in what you have. You can't have an easy life and a great character. It's not the pursuit of happiness. It's the happiness of the pursuit, the journey or the destination. It's who you become on the journey.
Like, we're all gonna go through a transitional period at one point or another in our lives, right? But the word that comes to mind when I hear transition is uncertainty, right? Uncertainty, transition, uncertainty. Faith functions best in moments of uncertainty, right? Faith functions best in moments of uncertainty.
Official, we are already halfway through 2024, and I know it feels like, but nonetheless, the question you have to ask yourself is, what have you accomplished so far? Have you made any progress towards the goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year? Do you even remember them? Here's a cold hard truth. If you can't point out at least 3 concrete actions you've taken to accomplish your goals in 2024, I'm sorry to tell you, but you've most likely wasted the first 6 months of the year.
I mean, just sitting around dreaming, someday I'm gonna get a different job. Someday I'm gonna change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week. You know, we don't leaps tall buildings in a single bound. We take it a floor at a time.
It's yours. It's yours to drive. Get up in the morning, write down what you're gonna do in a day. Be happy on your way to your job, even if you don't like it. You gotta be happy on your way to happy. Don't think you're gonna get there and be happy. You carry yourself with you.
Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not going to be perfect, and it will change along the way, but it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans.
85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
You have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important, because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
People are born into greatness, and all too often we get resigned into mediocrity because of the toxic information around us. And maybe it's the people around us, and maybe it's the information that we consume. Feeding your fire is the process and the habit of consistently only allowing the most useful information into your orbit. Feeding your fire is a protection mechanism, or an idea, which is you can't inspire people if you yourself RD inspired. Feeding your fire is all about doing whatever it takes on a daily basis, because your days are your life in miniature, and as you live each day, so you handcraft your life.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you gonna be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
A few simple disciplines practiced every day. Eliminate the errors and replace it with disciplines practiced. I'm telling you, you can start this process of life change immediately. After today, you don't ever have to be the same again, only by choice.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's gonna disappoint you. I would hate to die and never do the thing I was born to do.
Your brain will tell you to give up. Your brain is a predicting machine, so it wants certainty. Giving up is certain. So in that moment, brain's gonna tell you that it's easier to give up. But if we're really honest with ourselves, the greatest discomfort of all is living with this feeling inside that you're not living the life you're meant for.
If you don't develop simply the ability to get up when you said you would, to eat what you said you would, to exercise because you said you would, to talk in a way to your kids that's patient because you said you would, you will never have the self-confidence to succeed in any environment. You won't.
Don't need to have everything figured out to start improving your life. Everyone looks for the exact formula to transform into their ideal self. You don't need the exact formula. You honestly don't even really need to know who your ideal self is. You just need to know what to do today in order to wake up a better person tomorrow.
You'll never be as young as you are right now. Don't wait to do shit. The time is now. Everyone knows this old quote of the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. And there's lots of things that you probably wish that you did 10 years ago. Lots of things that you probably think, oh, I'm too old to do now. And these are, once again, all limitations because you are the youngest that you're ever going to be today.
Your days are gonna pass regardless. This whole week, this whole next week, whether you can slack off or if you really push it, the time is just gonna pass. So this time, you got so much of it and it's just rushing away. So, I mean, it's up to you. If the time is gonna pass anyway, I think it's worth it to at least try to do something cool.
Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing them all the time just to please other people. Too many of us, including myself and maybe you, will sacrifice our own needs, what we really need in our life, just to please other people, not to inconvenience them, not to make them uncomfortable. You know, maybe what you need to do is really pursue that dream you have right now, but you're not doing it because you don't want to make the people around you uncomfortable. Don't sacrifice your own needs just to please other people. That is not a form of self-love.
Ask what they should do as if it's some sort of mystery. The fact is, the true separator between progress and stagnation is the action taken on the simple things that are right in front of you.
If you want to be in a life that is full of equanimity, equanimity means the calmness of the soul, and a life that is full of peace, you need to be here now, focusing on what you can control. Not focused on the future, but focused on what you can do today. And by natural law, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The universe will give you exactly what you deserve. Don't live a life of misery by living in the past or living in the future, but live a life of peace and equanimity by being here right now.
You are getting through everything you're going through. I just want you to give yourself some credit right now. Like, you are literally getting through everything you're going through.
No matter what's going on in your life is not permanent. Everything is going to change. It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre. Be normal and fit in.
One thing is for sure, I feel that I had the power to create my own destiny. I try to visualize every single thing in my life, not only believe it, but really feel it with every cell in my body. And I just want to send a message out there to every young person. Be in the present moment, forget about what happened in the past. Future is something that is just going to happen, but if you want a better future, you create it.
You got to come at it with that whatever it takes mindset. I don't care what I have to go through. I don't care who hurts me, who leaves me. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to become the person that I was meant to be. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get my family in a better situation.
You've got to bet on you. You believe in everybody else, you clap for everybody else, you support everybody else. But when are you gonna look in the mirror and believe in the darn person you see? It's about time for you to believe in you, because you've got it.
You are already enough. And once you can fully accept who you are and where you are, it allows you to navigate where you're going so much easier. Instead of feeling like, I'm not enough until I achieve this thing. I'm not enough until I get this person. My self-worth is in this external thing. No, your self-worth is right here. It's rooted within you.
Never regret making a decision you thought would make you happy, but it didn't. Never blame yourself for things you did that you thought would change your life, but it ended up not working out. You should be proud that you had the courage to give it a try. Not many people have that inside of them. Every experience taught you something valuable. Don't give up now, because everything is leading you to where you need to be. You only need two things in this life: clarity on your goals and an unwavering commitment to make them a reality. Show yourself that you're capable of doing something that's worth doing. Push your limits and improve fundamental aspects about who you are. Build something meaningful. Live a life that makes you proud. Most people never make any progress because they spend too much time learning and not enough time taking action. Show them you're different. Be so consistent that people think you're crazy, and watch how your life will change.
In order to achieve the future you aspire, you must be willing to walk away from the present that you desire. I cannot achieve the future I aspire to unless I'm willing to give up the things that I desire right now.
You are responsible for the things that happen in your life. You're the agent of what is good and what is bad. And when something bad happens to you, your natural tendency will be to look out in the world and blame this person, blame your mother, your father, your wife, your boss. But in fact, there's always a kernel of yourself that is to blame for what happened.
I may not understand this situation that I'm going through, but it's not my job to understand it. It's my job to embrace it. There is a big difference. I think a lot of people fall into the trap of always trying to understand what's happening to them instead of just embracing it, right? Because when you try to understand things that are not meant for you to understand, that's where a lot of unease comes from. That's where a lot of suffering comes from. But when you just shift into the mindset of, I'm going to embrace everything that comes into my life with an open mind, an open heart, a positive perspective, then you can really extract the lessons and the wisdom and the growth from that situation.
If you will change, everything will change for you. Wow, I took that to heart. And sure enough, the more I changed for the better, the more I changed from having a poor day to a good day, from lack of discipline to discipline. The more my life changed, my income changed, everything changed.
It's scary because it's unfamiliar, not because you're incapable.
all the worry, all the nervousness, the concern, it means that you care in ways that you never have before. And if you care, then it's worth following through. Don't shy away from the challenge, don't play small. Lean into the growing pains and give yourself grace as you become someone who's done things that you've never done before.
Yes to the adventure. Like, life is an adventure. Say yes to the adventure. And the adventure might be, you know, I'm gonna take the path least traveled. The adventure might be, I'm gonna quit my safe job and go do this thing that I've been meaning to do and wanting to do, that I've been called to do, that I feel like I have a duty to do. Because life is a journey, it's an adventure, it's an experience. And if you wanna grow old and have stories to tell and experiences to share and wisdom to bestow onto others, it's not just a matter of age. Because someone who gets old but has played it safe has no wisdom, has no stories. And so I say yes to the adventure.
My definition of happiness is really getting up every day, going from thing to thing to thing that you absolutely enjoy and get energy from, right? And that is easier said than done, because it requires you to spend a lot of time understanding you, understanding the things that are taking energy from you, and then putting in the time and effort to evolve or change them so that they deliver energy rather than pull from you. But it's really, truly where you're going to find true happiness.
So many people say they want a big life, but very few people are willing to do the work that it actually takes to get there, to build the skill. I just became rather fascinated by that. Anybody want to know what is it? Yeah, it's this thing called fortitude. It's when you have courage to make the call that could change it all, to show up big, and resilience to make it happen. It's a next level of your emotional mastery.
Something shows up in your lifetime and you are ignoring it, you are avoiding it, you're trying to run away from it, and you face it. You face the anger, you face the fear, you face the jealousy, you face the pain, you face what you don't like, you face the fact that you are out of your comfort zone. Why? Because you know that once you have overcome it and find a solution for it, it's solved for this lifetime.
If you tell your friend tomorrow, 9 a.m. I'm gonna meet you at the gym, you're gonna be at the gym at 9 a.m. just because you don't wanna let him down. But if you tell yourself tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm gonna be at the gym, you're not gonna show up, you're gonna be late. Why? Because it's you.
It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem.
Successful people are the opposite of what most people are. Most people, they believe they gotta know everything before they go. Successful people understand that they will learn along the way. And so you have to realign your mindset. You have to be willing to step outside into an area you might not be an expert at. Take the initiative to start learning what it takes to be an expert at that. And then eventually you will make enough mistakes, you will do enough good things, you'll never become an expert, you'll never become a high earner, you'll never become one of these people that kicks ass by waiting to learn more information.
The great gatekeeper of your happiness is your mind. In being aware of what you are thinking at all times and how your mind reacts, in being able to have thoughts and then step back and think about, why did I have that thought? What is your mind doing? That is the next level of awareness, that then now you begin to be aware of all aspects of your entire existence.
Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing. And I love this insight that you can dress it up however you want, the work just needs doing.
You have to sacrifice.
Greater the sacrifice, greater the reward. This is so true. So once you find yourself, you will find your creativity and you will find a true purpose. But first, you have to be willing to go through these sacrifices